Hey everybody, so today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to do a story time, and the story time is going to be um, about when I was younger. I think the age of, I want to say 8 or 9, and I was at my mom's house, and we had just moved into our new home, which was like, I want to say, um, maybe a few months in, okay? Alright, so when we moved into the new house, the day that we moved in, the parents say your room is here, your brother's room is here, your room is here, whatever the case may be. All right. So, me actually coming up to, I want to say, my room, I felt something different. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's something just like, I don't know, just something didn't feel right. Okay, so 2 days later, my brother, who likes to do pranks and everything on me, like to scare me because he was 5 years older than me, he was away at his friend's house. And my mom was in her room painting her toenails, getting ready for the day, and my dad was at work, and so I was in my room and I had the door shut. I remember sitting on the edge of the bed on the side, and I do remember clearly, I don't know, let's see, the first thing that happened was eerie silence. It was like silence, okay? I can hear my mom's TV, but it was like something weird about it. Also, what happened was, it was the doorknob. Now, I want to explain that when it starts to move. I want to explain that because, I don't know, I'm nervous just talking about it. But, I'm getting ready to like pick up a toy off the floor, and the grocery bag, like a Walmart bag or whatever it was on the floor, and it started to move, and I was scared. I was thinking, maybe, because being in the Midwest at the time, you have field mice in your house. Now, you don't have to be dirty or anything. They just come in your house, and it's like in the winter. So I'm thinking, oh shoot, it's a little mice. But I go to pick it up, and there's nothing there, and it does it again. Excuse me, y'all. So, I am scared out of my mind, and my heart start beating real fast, like, oh my God. I didn't say anything. Like, when I get scared, my heart goes to my stomach. I don't know, and I feel like I'm about to just faint, okay? So, I go to reach for the door, and the doorknob starts shaking on its own. Now, the doorknob that I had when I was little, it was loud, really loud. And my mom noticed when I used to play with the doorknob, she used to get mad, like, stop playing with the doorknob. She would notice. But for some reason, I jumped back, and I was scared. I was screaming, okay? So when it stopped and I finally opened it around the room, my mom was sitting on the edge of her bed. Her door was right open across from my room. I was like, you didn't hear that? She's like, hear what? She's like, I didn't hear anything. I literally screamed, and the doorknob was loud, like, you didn't hear that? And she was like, no. She was like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I think that was the number one experience that I did have when we first moved there. Okay. The second one was I want to say this was maybe a year later. I didn't have anything in between there. It didn't happen a year later. I don't know why. But I had a teddy bear, and I called him Brownie, and he was a brown teddy bear I had, and I loved. our kids have a stuffed animal. Well, some do. Okay, and I had a headboard, the ones that have like the little dressers, I guess, attached to them, where you can put like your little things on top of the headboard. I had one of those, so I had multiple stuffed animals. Okay, so the morning, I want to say that I was about to wake up, the teddy bear was up here, and it came down to my face, like, and just smacked me right in my face. Okay, and the thing is, the teddy bear is light like a feather. How are you hitting? And it felt like something hit me with something solid. I want to say maybe, like if a basketball rolled off of your headboard and like rolled onto your face, something solid like that, or somebody was trying to smother me. And I'm like, with the teddy bear, like, really? And knowing me as a child, I try to recreate everything. And I'm like, no, that's not what happened. Trying to push it off of myself. Like, no, that's not what happened. Like, it felt like something strong was trying to smother me with the teddy bear. And then, I want to say 2 nights later, it happened again. So that's the second thing that happened to me. And I'm thinking, why me? Like, everywhere, and like the house just didn't feel right. And I'm not certain why. I don't know why, but it just didn't feel right. Okay. So let's think of one more. Okay, the third one. What was the third one? I can't remember because this was so long ago. This was like early 2000s, and it's like 2020 now, so I can't remember. And I'm old now, you guys. I'm 29. This is when I was like 8 or 9, so I can't remember. But I do know those were my experiences with some of the stuff. Now, I don't know if it was poltergeist. I don't know if it was my imagination, but I know it happened. And I also know that I want to fast forward, but I'm going to go back in between on story time number 2 on this topic, because I won't be able to finish it today because my baby's going to start fussing here in a little bit. But I do know that when I had my kids, well, let's see, my second son, and I was staying at my mom's house, and she was in the same house all of this stuff happened. Okay, so my mom I told you her bedroom was across from my bedroom. The end of the hallway has like a mirror, and my son had my old camera. Now I think I have a photo, and if I do have the photo, I'll enter it at the end. And sorry, you hear crying. Of the face that I seen in the mirror. Now I didn't see with my naked eye, but my son, he was just snapping, I don't know, pictures, taking pictures. If you have children, or if you've been around a little child and you give them your phone and you get it back and you look at photos, it's like, what the heck did you just take a picture of? Like, and I'm looking at it and I'm just like, what is that? Like, I'm seeing this now. I'm showing it to other people, and they're like, well, I don't see anything. And I'm like, well, I see it. It's right there. And knowing me, I like to ask professionals. So I know this may sound crazy, but I emailed it to I can't think, the guy, oh my god, the guy who does Ghost Adventures. I don't know his name, but I'll put his name below when I remember it. But he was like, I see it, and I'm like, well, why don't everybody else see it? He was like, because everybody else doesn't have the gift to see things. So he wanted to do an investigation on the house, but my mom was like, I was telling him, like, my mom's not having it, and she's the person that's like, oh no, you're not going to put me in a hotel for the whole night just to have my house to, to have the house to yourself all night. And that's not going to happen on something that she don't believe in. So that didn't happen, but I knew it was something. So, you know, that's one. Well, that's 3 things that happened now. The other, I have, like, the list can go on and on and on because my kids had experience. They've got hurt. I got hurt. And let me tell you why I'm talking about it. Let me tell you what happened. So, my dresser, I had a dresser and one that had, like, it had the tall dressers. And it had, like, I think 6 drawers. Okay, and then the bottom broke. And the bottom of the drawer, the little piece that broke off, it had some nails sticking up. And I had carpet at the time. So I remember trying to get out the room. I don't know, just trying to get out the room and go do whatever I had to do. And it felt like somebody pushed me back. In doing so, I stepped back, and on my left the ball of the back of my foot, I stepped on it and went halfway in. And I was like, oh crap. I start like crying, like that hurt so bad. And it started bleeding and everything. My mom was like, put some peroxide on it and you'll be okay. And she's the type that doesn't really, I told you, she's not into that stuff, and she's not really prone to go to the hospital. Okay, so that happened, and it was like, what are you trying to do? Like, something is trying to kill me, okay? And there was the things like waking up with a scratch on my leg, just, I don't know, waking up with like a swollen eye right here. I feel like somebody punched me in my sleep. A lot of stuff. So that's just, I don't know if it's just me making up stuff, but this stuff happened. I wish I had pictures, but when I was 8 or 9, back in early 2000s, well, actually, it wasn't no social media, and didn't nobody have no camera phones. And so, and if you did have a camera, probably you lost some of your footage, and you would have the kind that you snap and, you know, scroll. But yeah, that was my story time, and I have more to come, so please stay tuned for part 2. If you want to see it, please let me know. I'm going to start doing more story times, but please comment down below what you want to see from me, like what content, and I'll try to do it the best of my abilities. So yeah, stay tuned and subscribe, please, and thumbs up this video for more.